Good morning everyone and welcome to the day in the life of Nothing Phone 2. I will be bringing you along my day to give you an insight of how I use Phone 2 on the daily basis. We are starting strong with the most important meal of the day, and whilst I'm making my porridge, let's look at the recap of the settings I have set. With this phone, it's 256 gigabytes and 12 gigabytes of RAM. I have always on display turned on, adaptive brightness, 5G data and Wi-Fi turned on with the dynamic refresh rate, and of course, can't forget to have the glyph interface turned on. It's just about to turn 9 a.m. and we are starting the day with 98% battery. Just to be realistic, we won't fully start at 100% because I don't think anyone actually starts the day with full battery. Whilst I'm eating my breakfast, I usually do a little scroll here and there, check my emails, my messages. I also decided to start the day with some motivational videos. I do prefer the bigger screen. It is 6.7 inches, which is the same size as the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I'm not used to this because I just have the regular iPhone 14 Pro, so it's definitely a step up for me. The display is really clear and the bezels are also barely noticeable. Back in my room now, let's listen to some tunes on the Beats Pill while I get ready. This was a very quick Bluetooth sync, and I'm also using the Beats app to connect the speaker so I can see the percentage of the battery. And I'm all good to go now. See how quick I was. Before I head out, let's do a quick pocket test. The phone does fit in well. I mean, these trousers do have quite big pockets, but even still, the phone doesn't stick out. It's only a bit tight when I bend my knees, but it does pass the pocket check. I'm still comfortable walking around with it in my pocket, so I think that's the most important thing. So I am on the front camera right now, which is 32 megapixels, and I am impressed with the quality. It looks really defined and I'm getting a lot of natural colors. I am standing right in front of a door, so I'm getting good daylight. I would show you through my recording, but there's no option unfortunately to switch the cameras around while you're recording, so it's a bit of a shame I can't do that. Plan now is to go outside and take some photos and videos. The weather's a little bit British right now, no surprise there, so yeah, let's just head out. Made it. We didn't get lost, thankfully, and whilst I'm walking, I'm testing out the stabilization on the video, and it isn't too bad. It's just a little bit jittery in few places, even though I'm holding the phone pretty still and I'm walking on a straight path with no bumps. The zoom on the video though loses quality really fast, even though the zoom isn't that far, but still the colors remain nice and vibrant, I must say. I am obsessed with the macro feature. It captures everything with such great detail and color tone. I really love it, like the droplets on the flower. The portrait mode on the front camera is also another favorite of mine. It works really well. Even though it was a gloomy day, it still captured my selfie really well with the bright color toned features, and it separates me from the background really well, and it has like a very natural blur effect. Also, can we appreciate the little details on the phone? Whilst I'm recording the video, the red light flashes on the side, and this is a nice touch, and I feel like all phones should have this. The camera quality isn't too bad considering it's such a gloomy weather with little light. It still picked up the colors really well, like the grass and the neon sign, and still remained quite good quality with the zoom. I thought I'd also test out the Snapchat camera, as I do use it quite a lot, and it was very close to the actual camera. I didn't see the difference in the quality. There was only a slight issue with the front camera when taking a selfie. After the photo had been taken, it just made me look lighter after it processed the photo. Whilst carrying the phone around, I was quite comfortable using it with one hand, and I can reach most of the phone without using my other hand, so I really like that because it's a much bigger phone with the bigger screen. And I forgot to show you how I got here with the Google Maps. So whilst I'm getting home, you can see the Google Maps now, and I can minimize the map just like I did on the S23 Ultra, which is really handy if I want to look at other things in the meantime. And most of the time I was on 4G, but I think that's because of my location and its capability of 5G, but it was really fast. Even when I needed to look something up, it was consistent with the speed. I'm just having a small coffee break. I think I deserve it now. And I just wanted to point out how scratched the screen is now, just from turning the phone around all the time for the glyph interface. Now it's a good thing that the screen protector is there when you get the phone. I find the lock screen widgets so convenient. Some I can just turn on instantly, or it will pop up once I've unlocked the phone. We are also at 59%, which is so great considering it took me about an hour taking those videos and photos. And before I go home, I'm going to do a quick search on some hotels for a holiday. The 120Hz refresh rate works really well, and it's smooth and beneficial when I need to do a fast scroll. Back home now, thank goodness, and whilst I'm waiting for dinner, I'm just going to scroll on TikTok for a little bit. The screen is really responsive to my swipes, the colors are vibrant on the screen, and the 1600 nits brightness is good, and I'm not even on full brightness, and it's good enough for my use. Typing experience is actually alright. Usually I would be pressing the wrong letters and it would take me a longer time to get used to the phone. And also you have the feature to swipe each letter to create the words. I'm about to do a quick ab workout, but it's just a shame that my Apple Watch Ultra can't be used with the Nothing phone. I'm also going to use my Beats Studio 3, and unfortunately we don't get an icon popping up when Beats turn on, but there is an app that will show you the battery percentage and other bits for it. Whilst I'm doing a plank, I'm going to use the glyph timer. The font of the glyph timer is quite difficult to read. I feel like it should be a bit more clearer and easier to set. We are getting in the chill zone, and I'm making a protein shake whilst watching a YouTube video. Not sure if you've seen that podcast, but it's really funny. And I've noticed the colors on the YouTube videos are very natural, but it makes it look quite dim compared to the iPhone 14 Pro, even with the brightness at like around 80%. And I know I'm comparing it to a way more expensive phone, but I'm just used to the vibrant saturated colors. Another feature I like is the notifications that are personalized to you. So on the glyph interface, the light will stay on until it is dismissed, so you know you got like an important notification that you need it to be looked at. But now time for some Netflix, and gosh, the phone is doing so well with the battery. It's now 10 PM and there's just under a half of the battery left. Like, what?
It's just dumb. Also, it was Riley's go-to move.
Wait, that was kind of genius. I've always had a knack for technology, but recently I've gotten very good at it. Hey.
And I did try some games, and I didn't realize the game mode turns on automatically, which is so useful as I don't think it switched on by itself in the Nothing Phone 1. Again, I didn't notice any lagging, the phone worked well and the screen was responsive, so there's nothing else I need to say. Now, the overall thoughts, I underestimated the battery on this phone. It held out really well and I didn't have to turn on the battery saver still. The back of the phone slightly got warm, but I think with the constant everyday use, it will just get used to my phone usage, my habits. The layout of the Nothing Phone 2 really makes me peaceful without seeing all the bright colorful apps, and the use of the glyph lights was really fun and it makes things more enjoyable in the day. The only thing that needs a little improvement is the camera in some areas, like the video quality, and we are left with 30% battery, which will last me probably about till midday tomorrow, which is just crazy to me. So I'm really happy with the battery life. And I'm going to bed now, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!